Ladies and gentlemen, I stand before you today to speak on a truth that is both profound and undeniable. Men need absence to know that you're the one. We often hear about relationships, love, and commitment, but the journey to truly understanding the value of someone in your life is one that sometimes requires space. We live in a world that is consumed by instant gratification and the desire to always be available. But there is something that absence can teach us that proximity often cannot. Absence, when navigated correctly, reveals the depth of connection, the need for partnership, and the inherent value of one another. In this speech, I want to explore why this is the case, and how absence can become a tool for love, growth, and mutual understanding. The power of space and self-discovery. The first truth we must understand is that absence allows both individuals in a relationship to discover themselves. Too often we become so enmeshed in the other person that we forget who we are. We lose ourselves in the companionship, and the relationship becomes more about dependence than interdependence. Absence creates a fertile ground for self-reflection, allowing both partners the time and space to reconnect with their own passions, ambitions, and identities. It gives room for self-love and self-care, which are essential for personal growth. When there is space in a relationship, it allows for personal development that contributes to the health of the union. Each individual becomes a stronger, more whole person, equipped to contribute more meaningfully to the relationship. Often, it's in the quiet moments alone that we are able to realize our desires, aspirations, and needs, which in turn informs how we show up in the relationship. Men need this space to better understand themselves, and by extension to understand what they truly desire in a partner. When they return, they do so with more clarity and strength, prepared to invest in a way that is meaningful and genuine. Self-discovery is not a journey that can always happen when we're in constant proximity to another person. We need time away to reflect on the lessons we've learned, the challenges we've overcome, and the person we've become. This process helps each partner maintain their individuality while simultaneously strengthening the bond. Absence teaches the importance of giving space to one another, allowing the relationship to breathe and evolve. When a man has this time for self-discovery, it's not about withdrawing from the relationship, but rather about enriching it. He learns to cherish his partner in a deeper way because he now fully understands the value that individual brings to his life. This is the type of transformation that absence fosters. A renewed perspective on love, partnership, and connection. Absence, in this sense, becomes a powerful tool for making the relationship stronger, more fulfilling, and grounded in authenticity. The importance of maintaining individuality. In any relationship, the danger lies in losing one's sense of self. When we're constantly in each other's presence, we risk becoming too absorbed in the other person, potentially sacrificing our own goals, desires, and identity. Absence, however, forces both partners to retain their individuality, and this is crucial for the success of any union. For men, absence provides the necessary distance to realize that their identity is not solely defined by the relationship, but by their personal values, beliefs, and aspirations. It is essential for both partners to bring their whole selves into the relationship, But this can only happen if they continue to grow and evolve as individuals. Maintaining individuality doesn't mean creating distance emotionally, but rather allowing each person the freedom to pursue their passions, ambitions, and goals. It is this personal fulfillment that ultimately feeds into the relationship, allowing both individuals to bring their best selves forward. When men are given the space to explore their individuality, it ensures that they are not looking for their partner to complete them, but rather to complement them. This healthy mindset enables them to view the relationship as a partnership of equals, where both bring their strengths and weaknesses, dreams and experiences to the table. Absence fosters this balance, as it encourages each person to thrive on their own, which in turn strengthens the relationship. We must also understand that being in constant proximity can lead to the erosion of personal boundaries. Absence, however, is a natural reminder that each person has a life outside of the relationship. It's in this space that they can rediscover their own passions and interests, which may have been overlooked or neglected. Men need this time to reconnect with their passions, because it is only when they are fulfilled individually that they can contribute meaningfully to the partnership. True intimacy in a relationship is built on two individuals who are confident in who they are and what they bring to the table. Absence, therefore, is not a sign of disinterest, but a necessary part of the process that allows each person to remain whole, to continue evolving, and to return to the relationship with a renewed sense of purpose and commitment. It is in the space of absence that they are reminded of their own value and the importance of maintaining their identity. Absence fosters appreciation. Sometimes we don't realize the depth of our connection with someone until they are no longer around. The absence of a partner brings a profound sense of appreciation for their presence, their qualities, and the role they play in our lives. It is during the times apart that men come to understand the true value of their partner, something that may have been taken for granted during the daily proximity of the relationship. Absence sharpens our awareness, and when we are apart, we can clearly see how essential the other person is to our happiness and well-being. It is often said that you don't know what you have until it's gone. Absence creates a space for this realization to occur. In the stillness of solitude, we reflect on the moments we shared with our partner, the laughter, the companionship, the challenges, and the victories. These memories become cherished, and we return to the relationship with a renewed sense of gratitude and love. For men, absence allows them the opportunity to recognize how much they miss the little things, the way their partner speaks, the warmth of their embrace, the shared experiences that form the foundation of their connection. It is in the absence that they rediscover how much their partner enriches their life. Without this space, the tendency is to take things for granted, to assume that the other person will always be there. In relationships, we often get caught up in the routine, the day-to-day interactions, and the constant presence of each other. Absence disrupts this pattern, offering a break from the familiar, and it allows men to realize how much their partner contributes to their happiness and fulfillment. This appreciation, once felt, deepens the connection and strengthens the commitment to one another. Absence doesn't just create a longing for the partner's presence. It also fosters a deeper understanding of what makes them unique, what makes them the one. When we are apart, we can see their value from a fresh perspective, unclouded by the distractions of daily life. This appreciation is vital for sustaining the relationship, as it reminds both individuals of the worth they bring to one another. Absence cultivates trust and confidence. Trust is the cornerstone of any successful relationship. When we are constantly together, there is a temptation to become overly possessive, to question the other person's intentions, and to doubt their loyalty. Absence, however, fosters trust by giving each individual the space to be independent and autonomous. It allows both partners to rely on the strength of their bond rather than the frequency of their contact. In the absence, men learn to trust that their partner is there for them, and they in turn grow more confident in their own ability to navigate life without constant reassurance. Trust is built over time, and it is tested when we are apart. It is during these moments of absence that men come to understand that trust is not about proximity, but about faith in the other person's character, integrity, and love. Absence tests the resilience of the relationship and strengthens the confidence that both individuals have in one another. In relationships where both partners are confident in their trust and respect for each other, absence is not feared but embraced. It is seen as an opportunity for growth, a time to reflect and strengthen the bond. Men who are secure in their relationship do not need constant presence to affirm their commitment. They understand that love is not confined to proximity, but extends beyond the physical and into the emotional and spiritual realms. Absence, therefore, becomes a proving ground for the strength of their love. The confidence that comes from absence is not born out of insecurity or fear, but from a deep understanding of each other's values and the solid foundation of the relationship. When we are apart, we are reminded that love is not about holding on tightly, but about trusting and allowing each person to be who they are. This trust nurtures a sense of security that enables both partners to grow individually while staying connected. Absence creates the space for reconnection. A relationship, like any living organism, requires periods of rest and rejuvenation to thrive. Absence provides that necessary space, allowing both partners to step back and assess the relationship from a place of neutrality. During times apart, men can reflect on the strength of the bond, identify areas for growth, and decide how to re-engage with their partner in a way that feels intentional and meaningful. Absence does not mean the end of the relationship, but rather a pause that allows both individuals to reconnect with their feelings, desires, and intentions. It's during these breaks that they can assess whether they are still aligned in their goals, values, and vision for the future. In absence, men learn to value the relationship for what it truly is, rather than what it has become out of routine or complacency. In relationships, we often fall into patterns that are comfortable, but not necessarily fulfilling. Absence creates the opportunity for reflection, allowing both partners to step outside of the daily rhythm of life and reevaluate their connection. This pause gives space for new ideas, new understandings, and a deeper appreciation for the relationship. When men return from periods of absence, they do so with a fresh perspective, better equipped to engage in a more meaningful and intentional way. They are no longer relying on routine, but on a deeper understanding of the relationship and the partner they are committed to. This reconnection is the true strength of absence. It enables both individuals to come together with renewed purpose and passion. Absence enhances emotional maturity. Emotional maturity is a crucial component of any successful relationship. Absence provides the space for both partners to develop emotional resilience and maturity. During times apart, men learn how to handle their emotions, confront their insecurities, and build the strength needed to navigate the complexities of love. Absence teaches patience, understanding, and the ability to process emotions in a healthy way. Men often need space to develop the emotional tools necessary to support a relationship. They need time to reflect on their feelings, to heal from past wounds, and to gain the emotional intelligence required to communicate effectively with their partner. Absence, when utilized properly, becomes a valuable tool for emotional growth, allowing men to approach the relationship from a place of emotional balance and maturity. Emotional maturity is not about avoiding difficult emotions, but about learning to manage and express them in a healthy, constructive manner. Absence allows men the time and space to do this, which ultimately strengthens the emotional foundation of the relationship. It creates a dynamic where both partners can meet each other with understanding and empathy, rather than emotional dependency. During periods of absence, men can gain the emotional clarity needed to approach challenges with maturity and grace. They can learn to manage their expectations, confront their fears, and engage in the relationship from a place of emotional strength. This growth is essential for building a relationship that is not only sustainable, but deeply fulfilling. Absence in this context becomes a space for emotional healing and growth, where both partners are able to mature individually and as a couple. It allows them to approach their relationship with a greater sense of emotional intelligence, which is necessary for long-term success and happiness. Absence unveils the depth of commitment. Commitment is at the heart of any meaningful relationship. Men, like anyone, need time to process their feelings and determine whether they are truly ready to commit. Absence creates the space for them to evaluate their level of commitment, to understand whether their feelings are genuine, and to assess whether they are willing to invest fully in the relationship. Commitment is not something that can be rushed or forced. It takes time to develop a deep sense of loyalty and dedication. Absence provides the opportunity for men to reflect on their intentions, to understand the gravity of the decision to commit, and to make a conscious choice to engage in the relationship wholeheartedly. Without space, there can be no true evaluation of commitment. Constant proximity can lead to feelings of obligation rather than genuine desire. When men have the time and distance to reflect, they can evaluate whether they are truly invested in the relationship or simply going along with the flow. Absence, therefore, serves as a necessary test of commitment, allowing both partners to decide with clarity whether they are ready to commit to one another fully. Absence encourages self-sufficiency. Self-sufficiency is a quality that every individual should strive for in a relationship. Absence allows both partners to practice self-sufficiency, to rely on themselves for happiness and emotional stability, rather than depending solely on each other. For men, this space fosters the growth of independence and self-reliance, which are essential for a balanced and healthy relationship. When we are constantly around our partners, it can be easy to rely on them for emotional validation, happiness, or fulfillment. Absence helps break this cycle, reminding both partners that they are whole and complete on their own. Men, in particular, benefit from this sense of independence, as it strengthens their ability to navigate challenges and contribute to the relationship without feeling overly dependent. In relationships where both partners practice self-sufficiency, there is less pressure and more freedom. They are able to show up for each other without feeling burdened by the expectation of constant availability or emotional support. This self-sufficiency allows the relationship to be more balanced, healthier, and sustainable over time. Absence builds resilience in the relationship. Absence is often seen as a challenge to a relationship, but in truth, it is a way to build resilience. Relationships that endure periods of absence grow stronger because they learn to weather challenges together. When men and women navigate periods of separation, they are forced to communicate better, trust more deeply, and become more resourceful in finding ways to stay connected. This resilience is key to creating a lasting and fulfilling partnership. Absence teaches both partners how to cope with challenges, communicate through distance, and remain emotionally connected despite physical separation. It forces them to confront any underlying insecurities or fears and to find ways to adapt. Relationships that face and overcome the challenge of absence often emerge stronger and more capable of handling future challenges. Absence provides clarity in the relationship. Clarity is one of the most important elements of any successful relationship. Absence provides the time needed to gain clarity on one's feelings, desires, and goals. For men, this space helps them assess whether the relationship aligns with their vision for the future, whether their partner is truly the one, and whether they are ready to commit fully. Without this clarity, it is difficult to make informed, intentional decisions about the relationship. Absence becomes the key to gaining this insight, allowing men to return to the relationship with a sense of purpose and direction. Ladies and gentlemen, absence is not something to fear. It is not a sign of distance or detachment, but a tool for self-discovery, emotional growth, and deepened connection. When used wisely, it fosters trust, appreciation, emotional maturity, and clarity. Men need absence to truly understand the depth of their feelings, the importance of their partner, and the value of the relationship. Through absence, they can return to the relationship with a renewed sense of purpose and commitment, ready to give their best selves to the partnership.